As Amanda said, we went to Anderson Development. You might be wondering, what is Anderson Development? Well, Anderson Development, they're an award-winning chemical manufacturer. They deal with global customers, large and small, company base. They use a lot of innovation in their products, designing it for the companies themselves and their communities working closely with their customers. Because they work so closely with their customers, they gave us the challenge to use fresh perspective and technology to innovate a new feedback system. To do this, we propose that we use our redesigned and user-friendly surveys. They give incentives for your taking surveys and social media sites to get greater exposure and feedback.
Anderson Development currently uses the website SurveyMonkey as their main feedback system. They started in June 2016, and to date they've received 67 responses. That's an average response rate of 17%. According to SurveyGizmo.com, a typical response rate is 10 to 15%. Although Anderson is above the national average, the quality of the answers was our main concern. Currently, the survey is 3 questions long, the first 2 being open-ended and can be interpreted in many different ways. The last question is a rating out of 10. Overall, the survey is dull and unappealing and does not attract customers. Here's an example of one of the responses that Anderson Development was receiving. When asked, "What do you like about Anderson Development?" their answer was, "Product." "What can Anderson Development do to help your company?" Their answer was, "Supply product." And when rating Anderson Development, they gave them a 2. As you can see, these questions were too general, and this feedback was not useful at all. This does not tell Anderson about the company's experience, and it's a mixed response of positive and negative. It does not create a resolution or improvement that Anderson Development could do. As you can see, this is a graph of the breakdown of customer comments. Shipping and delivery and customer service were the highest rated. With that said, we decided to focus on these 2 areas to further improve Anderson Development. After discussion, we concluded that Anderson Development should have 3 surveys. In the back of your business plan, you can reference these surveys. The first survey focuses on customer service. We found a more user-friendly website called Typeform. And if you look in Appendix I in the back of your business plan, you can see a comparison between SurveyMonkey and Typeform. Later, Carson will talk about social media. We also propose that Anderson Development puts the link to this survey on all Anderson Development's social media pages. This will create feedback via technology. This survey would now be 8 questions long, and they're much simpler and clearer. There's pictures added, and there are more multiple choice questions. And if you look, at the bottom you can't see this, but if you look in the back of your business plan, there could be there's a thank you that could be sent after the Anderson Development receives their survey, so they know that their time was not wasted. The next survey we'll propose is a shipping and delivery survey. These are 6 questions about delivery time and the condition of the product. This would be attached to this packing slip, so right when the customer receives the product, they could quickly fill it out and send it back in the self-addressed stamped envelope. The last survey would be a sales survey. These are 3 targeted questions that the sales representatives will keep with them when they visit customers. These serve as talking points to bring up a normal conversation for them to gain candid responses. The survey was not the only thing we focused on. The email was also taken into consideration. It was distributed sporadically by quality control, and it most likely went straight to spam because of a generic subject line. The logo was not present, and it did not create interest. The new email we proposed is updated and more professional. The logo is present, and the subject line is updated to ask a question or create a sense of urgency so the customer would more likely open it. We also propose that the sales team send this email out every time Anderson Development makes a sale. Or the IT department could implement a system to notify quality control so they could send out the email. And if there's any other departments that feel like they would get quality answers from the survey, they could also send it out.
Companies want to advertise to as many people as possible. So what we're suggesting is that when a company goes above and beyond, gives really in-depth feedback, Anderson advertises for them. This could be a spot on their Twitter page, on their Facebook page, on their blog, or maybe even on their main website. These advertisements would stay in place until another company does the same thing, and then the new company's advertisement would replace the old one. Obviously, there are problems with that, so we're also suggesting a 1-week minimum time, because the company's going to be upset if they go to the extra effort and then are replaced within a day. Obviously, we're not lawyers, and there are laws regarding advertisement, so that should probably be checked out before anything is done about this.
Okay, so nobody does anything without motivation, right? And a fantastic motivator is money. So giving survey respondents a small reward, like a gift card or something along those lines, can boost survey responses by 30%. So although more survey responses are likely, they're not guaranteed, and some people could try to game the system in an effort to get the prize. On the opposite side of that, some people may not be interested in the reward we're offering and simply may not take the survey because of that. Up next is charity donations as an incentive, and it's my favorite out of both of them. And it's exactly what it sounds like. It's donating to charity every time a survey response is received. And it's fantastic because it makes the world a better place, improves the company's image, and boosts survey responses all at the same time. Some companies like Novo Nordisk, seen here, there we go, have done a similar thing where they donate to charity every time an employee volunteers. So some companies are already using this sort of strategy. And given the two options I've covered, charity donations is definitely the best for Anderson Development, and I'd recommend a minimum of $10 donated to charity every time a survey response is received.
As we live in a world of ever-evolving technology, social media is starting to play a bigger role in business. Anderson Development is striving to stay ahead of the competition, but they still struggle to receive quality feedback from their surveys. I put together a plan with 3 goals. The first goal being to redesign Anderson Development's social media to better fit their business plan as well as their goals. The second goal being including easier access to their website as well as the newly designed survey. And the third goal being to expand upon Anderson Development's contacts on LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook. As of 2017, over 80% of Americans use at least one form of social media per week. There are 1.9 billion active Facebook users in the world, 550 million Twitter users, and over 450 million active LinkedIn users. As I read you those statistics, nearly 100 new Twitter accounts were activated. According to the McKinsey Global Institute, $1.3 trillion are to be added to the global market by 2019 if businesses were to use social media in the correct way. Anderson Development deals with a global customer base with customers in Japan, Germany, as well as many other foreign countries, so there's a language barrier. However, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook all bridge this language barrier with built-in translation services. So that definitely is a plus on the social media side. Up next is a comparison between Anderson Development's Twitter page as well as Dow Industrial's Twitter page. Besides the gap in the popularity between the two, you can also see the aesthetic differences between the two. Up next, again, another comparison between Anderson Development's Facebook page as well as PPG Industries' Facebook page. My plan would be to redesign these social media pages to better appeal to their customers. And also, as social media pages are more appealing, they'll get more followers. So to put an impact, to show the impact of this, a Twitter account with only 200 followers will receive nearly 4,000 views on each one of its tweets in the first 4 months of posting. So if Anderson Development was to have 1,500 contacts on LinkedIn, they'd receive nearly 30,000 views on each one of their posts. That's a lot of exposure. And I recommend that Anderson Development follows a 5-3-2 rule while posting on social media. That means 5 social media posts that are not from Anderson Development but relate to their business. So it would be like a retweet from Mitsui Chemical or their parent company or something like that. 3 social media posts specifically from Anderson Development that relate to their business, and 2 personal posts that help humanize their brand. Because as Anderson receives more and more exposure, they want to humanize their brand and have people be able to relate to Anderson Development. Because when people think that Anderson Development cares about what they have to say, they're more likely to fill out their surveys because Anderson Development does care about what they have to say. Here's an example of that, Anderson Development going to the zoo. There's also many other things that they do. They go to baseball games and multiple other things like that. The top 30 most productive companies in the world all use social media at least 1 time per week. So Anderson Development should follow suit in order to keep success.
In conclusion, we recommend that Anderson Development choose our plan to use redesigned and user-friendly surveys, give incentives to take the survey, and improve their social media sites to gain greater exposure and feedback. This will help Anderson continue to achieve their goal to be personal, efficient, and responsive to their customers and employees. Before we finish, I would like to thank Anderson Development for inviting us into their company, Steve Decker for being a representative at Anderson, and you, the audience, for listening to our presentation.
Nice presentation, August. I really like your ideas on the incentives for all these surveys. It's kind of a two-part question. Previously, did they have any incentives in place for the survey? And the other one, I know on the one part, because of legal matters, they have to check into that first incentive. Are they going to implement right away the other two incentives, the charity one and the monetary one?
Right, so they have not had any incentives in place yet. We obviously recommend they put one of them, they use one of them, I guess, yeah. I'm not really sure about the advertisements though. They seemed more interested in charity donations when we pitched it to them.
I want to congratulate you. It was a very good job. You had a good dialogue and presentation. The use of cards was very, very limited, and that was impressive as well because it was all data-based. So I admire you for the statistical ability there. On overall, what was your takeaway in learning the product? Coming up with a solution. Was it working individually? Is it working as a team? Is it putting together the social, the survey questions? What was your primary takeaway?
There was a lot of intelligent people in our group, so to hear from all of them, it definitely helped a lot. We all have our strengths, finding technology and things like that. So obviously I did the social media part of it. And so everyone in our group had their strengths, so to be able to combine our strengths together and kind of tackle this problem together, so that would help us out a lot.
Did you find that administration was responsive to all of the questions?
Very, yeah.
Every day at lunch, we ate with different people from the company, so we got to learn customer service, accounting, a ton of different jobs, and we got to talk to them, and they told us about what they do, and that really helped us with creating our presentation.
Hello, nice job. How has Anderson responded to these proposed solutions? Have they voiced any challenges with implementing any of these?
Actually, we pitched it to them yesterday, and they seemed very interested in the charity donations as more than anything, but also changing their emails and the survey. They seemed very, very inclined to do that. Actually, they said that they were hoping to do that very, very soon.
Very nice job, very nice job. Are they looking at bringing on somebody to help them with that side of it, from the social media end of it, or trying to do that in-house?
They already have someone who kind of covers that, but her job is kind of spread everywhere, so it's a bit limited. I don't think they're going to be adding anyone new to do this. It'll just be more of a workload added on the people who are already involved.
And any recommendations that you had in that regard to try and keep that current and help them to continue moving forward?
As I said before, I compared the two with the Dow Industrial, and they need to continue to stay up to date with current companies, because we said the success of these huge companies that definitely can be followed by Anderson Development. So if they follow suit with the companies that are succeeding right now, they'll definitely do the same thing.
You compared Anderson to Dow a couple times during the presentation. Are they sort of within the same industry, or what type of chemicals does Anderson actually use, and what type of industries are they involved in?
Anderson does specialty chemicals, so they're dealing business to business. You're not ever going to find them on a lighter shelf or anything, but they deal with roller skate wheels, the coating on tires, specialty things that you don't really notice the seal on the Doritos bag that keeps it from breaking when it folds. So small things you don't really think about, but definitely are everyday use Anderson products.
Thank you, guys.